My boyfriend, so am I the asshole, right? Mm-hmm. My boyfriend, 22, and I, 20, have been together, for over a year and pretty much lived together for the same amount of time. Mm-hmm. His family loves me and mine loves him. Everything is perfect, but he doesn't want his best friend, in brackets, they're really close. Well, it's his best friend, so obviously. He doesn't want his best friend to come over when I'm there. His last relationship was toxic. In brackets, he was the secret boyfriend. And now I feel like he wants to hide me too. He said he just prefers it that way, even though he met all of my friends pretty soon after we got together. Am I the asshole for feeling like I'm not good enough to meet his friend? P.S. Love the podcast. P.P.S. I'm 20 and I've already had a threesome. You guys are clearly doing something wrong. Ha, ha, ha.
The way you read that, you went from here and you sunk, bro. You were sinking when you read that.
Is the ha? How antagonizing do you want to be? I'm 20. I've already had a threesome. You're clearly doing something wrong.
Fuck off.
The audacity. First, let's address that first. I'm not doing anything wrong.
It's just the way life patterned. It's just the way life patterned.
It's just how it is. And secondly, she's a chick. A chick can get a threesome with anyone.
Tomorrow.
2 girls, 3 guys, 5 guys,
whatever.
6 girls. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
She's new in the game, bless her. She doesn't understand.
I'm clearly doing something wrong. Shut up.
Shut up. That's what I said earlier. Shut up. Shut up. Because I don't need to entertain nonsense. I just don't need to entertain nonsense.
Fair point. Right, so to
recap the thing again.
Her and her man have been together for a year. They've been living together for basically a year as well. We won't unpack that. And she's never met his best friend, or if she has, she basically doesn't want the friend over or something. So they live together, but he will never invite his best friend over when she's there because he just because he used to be a secret boyfriend or whatever, and he's just insecure about his best friend and his girl being in the same house space. Apparently, even when he's there. So is she the arsehole for feeling like she's not good enough to meet his best friend?
I don't necessarily think she's an arsehole for that, because she's not in control of his feelings in that aspect. So she can't be an arsehole for that, if that makes sense. She can't be an arsehole for him, for his actions or his lack of actions. She can't be an arsehole for that. I can understand why she might think she's an arsehole purely because she's not getting introduced. But plain and simple, the answer is no. In my opinion, the answer is no.
Yeah, it seems weird. Like if he's introduced you to the family and you guys live together, I feel like her feelings are misguided.
Yeah.
Like when I read that, at not one point does it make me feel like he doesn't think she's good enough to meet the best friend. It sounds like he doesn't trust his boy or some shit like that.
The first time you read it twice now. The first time you read it, it made it seem as if, not necessarily made it seem as if, but it made me think that because he was a secret boyfriend in the past, that the boyfriend number 1 was probably his boy or a friend or someone that he
maybe.
Hence the reason why he doesn't want to meet. He doesn't want his current girl to meet his current best friend. In my opinion, it sounds like he's maybe jealous of his best friend for God knows what reason.
Yeah, he might feel like he'll lose his girl to him. Yeah, if he meets his girl, he might think, yum yum. Let me snack that.
That's what it sounds like, but
I would never take it, I'm not good enough to meet his best friend. You could take it from the perspective, maybe he thinks, like on the same side of it of like, maybe he thinks that his boy will try and move to her. Maybe because he knows girls can cheat, he might think his friend is buffer than him and might not want his girl to meet his friend because he's already been the sideman before and he knows what girls are capable of.
And like she said, she's had a threesome and she's 20.
Yeah, so fam, you're bragging about your sexual history to 2 strangers you've never met.
Yeah,
God knows what you're telling your man.
Exactly.
So yeah.
See how that spun on you.
See
how that spun on you.
It back. Don't put us on the hot seat. This is our show. But I wouldn't say you should feel like you're not good enough to meet his friend. It seems like it sounds like your man's just got trust issues.
Oh, for sure.
He needs to address.
For sure he does.
He sounds like a bitch, to be perfectly honest.
He does sound like a bitch, but it's also one of them ones where you're very young. Well, this is me talking about the guy, not the girl, obviously. Like, he's very fucking young. Like,
he's 22.
He's 22. He's had a previous relationship where he was the sighting. He's trying to be in a relationship now, or he is in a relationship now, lives with the girl. 22, that's young, bro. That's young. You guys haven't had time to find out about yourselves yet, and you're living with someone else. I feel that's, for me personally, there are a lot of factors here that are just not in my headspace or not in my dynamic. Like, I wouldn't live with someone at the age of 22.
Nah.
Like, I think that changes a lot about someone. Like, you've not found your feet. You don't know what you don't know so many things about your life yet. But
Yeah,
I don't know. It's hard for me to say because.
Well, I have lived with someone when I was 22 and it was trash. So there you go.
There you go.
And I didn't want to be there.
There you go. It's just.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
It's different, man.
And I would say that he needs to be more self-aware. Clearly, he's got some issues with trust and his insecurities. And all.
Oh, for sure.
This is all based on him.
Yeah, for sure.
And the fact that you guys live together, like you're at that stage of relationship and he still has these insecurities, that's something he needs to address himself. So you should probably just tell him, like, no offense, but like, you're being a bitch. Or you'll be like, this is not normal, bruv.
Yeah.
And regardless of this whole, like, oh, I would just prefer it that way. And he's probably trying to belittle it and make it seem like it's not a big deal. And it's like, listen, it's no big deal. Like, you don't need to meet, he's my friend, not yours. You don't need to meet him. It's whatever. Like, he doesn't understand that it's like, big man, you're insecure as fuck. And like, I don't want a man who's insecure like that. That's baby chat.
Yeah.
What are you on about?
Yeah.
You're clearly scared about me meeting your boy. That's pussy or behavior. Stop that. That's icky the ick.
That is.
That's icky the ick.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. If you put it that way, it is.
Yeah, I could never tell my wife's. She's like, oh, well, am I gonna meet Fuhad? You don't need to meet Fuhad. Why? I just prefer if you didn't. Yuck. You say why, and then if he asks why, if she asks why, and I have to be like, well, you know my past. I've been someone's little secret before. It's not comfortable. I'm just not sure how I feel about. It's just my own issue. I'd just prefer if you didn't meet Fuhad altogether. You're a bitch.
It's tough.
That's the whole thing. That's like when fucking girls go through your phone, and you're like, what the fuck are you doing? She's like, I've been cheated on before. Shut up. That doesn't make any of this acceptable.
Yeah, it doesn't. It really doesn't. It really
literally
doesn't.
shut up.
Yeah.
So no, I would say you're not the asshole for feeling that way, but you definitely do need to tell your man to like snap out of it.
It needs to be addressed.
And be like, yeah, there's literally no way that we can continue at this level in the relationship if I'm not even allowed to meet your friends.
Your best friend at
Your
that.
best friend.
And you live together, big man. You guys live together.
Yeah, that's as high as it gets.
It doesn't get any more than that.
So the boy's only loud around the yard when you're not there. Nah, man. That's dead.
That is, and it's such a weird dynamic because these are two, this is again for the guy, these are two people that you care about, quote unquote, the most. The girl you're living with and your best friend. Well, not the most, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, man, they're up there.
They're up there in the ranking.
5.
So it's like, why can't they be in the same room? So, you know, it's clearly not your fault. You are not the arsehole, darling, but it's something you have to address to him. If you don't address
he's not
it to
address
him
it himself.
If you don't address it to him, then you have to leave him. Because you just have to leave him. You just have to leave him.
Yeah, because it starts with this, and then
Exactly.
when there's things like this will never be the end of it.
Exactly. This is why you have to leave him now. Because there's always going to be more things he's not going to want you to do.
Yeah, that's the
want
thing,
you to
like-
be a part of.
When people have insecurities that are irrational, it never, ever, ever just stays with one thing. When they have that kind of trait, it will spread like wildfire to everything.
Yeah.
Next thing, bruv, he'll be telling you what you can and can't wear out.
Yeah.
And then he'll be saying, if you want to go out, I'm going to be picking you up.
Yeah.
And I need to know what time you're going to be home. And then you'll be asking, why? And he'll be like, well, I was the second boyfriend. Yeah. She used to meet me at 11 o'clock. She'd tell her proper boyfriend that she was such and such when she was at my house. I know how these things go. I need to be picking you up so I know you're safe. These things get worse and worse and worse.
Now.
Yeah.
Leave him now.
Yeah.
If you're not addressing it, leave him now. That's what I'm saying, darling.
Yeah, man. It's not on. That can't run.
It's really not on.
That can't run at all.
But fuck yeah. I broke sweat in that episode.
Fam, I know you did.
Jesus.
I was going to take a week off.
Okay.
But your boy went through the comments.
Hit me,
and I've got some new icks.
Bring him.
Okay.
You know me. I love him.
I know, bro. All right. Let's ickity ick. So, see, some of these are actually... Okay, cool. So this is at the point where now Some of them they're all funny, but some of them are just too petty.
Yeah.
And it's time for us to fight back. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, hit me.
It's time for us to fight back.
That's hilarious, yeah.
All right. 1. When he can't get the chocolate out of the advent calendar. Fam, so pathetic, but...
I think I've read that one. This is a comment from a video.
This is a comment from a video.
Yeah,
Fam,
I've read that one.
have you ever... When's the last time you had an advent calendar?
Oh, years. I don't know.
Fam, I had one probably 3 years ago. I hate them, but I probably had one like 3 years ago. Getting that chocolate out, when you go to scrape it and you just scratch chocolate off the top and it goes under your nail and nothing's moved, I want to lob the whole thing. It's so infuriating, fam. And you have to try and tip it and tap it out. Yeah. And you can't even break the tin foil.
Yeah.
Bitch behavior, but
Specific.
too specific. We need to fight back. Yeah. There's not that. I'm not having that.
Yeah.
I'm not having that. This one's an ick if I've ever seen one, bro.
Yeah.
When he takes the wrong seat at the cinema and gets told to move. Fam? Thank God that's never been me.
That's never happened to me.
It's never happened to me. And the thing is as well, I've always thought, when it comes, this is the thing, when it comes to cinema dates that I've had in the past, when I was younger, like teens, maybe early 20s, like I've been on a date where the girl would be like, let's just sit anywhere. Or she'll be like, I'll be like, when you're booking the seats, she'll be like, I'll be like, where do you want to sit? I don't care. And then she'll just go sit. I'm like, oh,
I'll see.
I'll be that guy, but our seats over there. We're E26. And she'd look at me like, yuck. Like, why? It's just a fucking seat. Like, why do you care? The reason I care is because I'm not sitting in the next man's seat for a man to roll up to me and tell me move, and I refuse to move. Because I'm with my lady friend, and I'm thinking, there's no way next man can shift me out my seat. I don't care if he's paid for the seat. Once I'm sat here, I'm not moving. I don't want to have a physical confrontation in a fucking cinema. There's just no way. So I will always rather be the bitch first and be like, we're sitting here, so she has more time to get over it, rather than accept her decision, sit in the seat she wants, for next man say, get up. And then we've got a situation.
Because now you're fighting in the dark.
Now I'm fighting in the dark, and I could get smacked up and moved out my seat. And then be scrambling for my ticket to look where we're supposed to sit.
With the torch. The movie's just going.
Fam? The opening credits have rolled, fam.
That's
and I'm
hilarious.
just scattering for my ticket to see where we're supposed to sit. Too embarrassing. And I think it could get double worse. Because if you don't know where you're supposed to be sitting, you sit in next man's seat, he shafts you up. You could end up sitting in another man's seat and get told to move again. Your life's over.
You'd have to leave. I'd leave the cinema. Babes, we're not watching this movie today. Let's go.
I'll tell her, just dump me now. Let's just get this process over with and dump me now.
Because there's no way you can hear about this.
There's no way you can get moved up out of 2 seats and expect to see her again. No way. That is one, for me, that's top 5 most valid icks I think I've ever read on this show. Top 5 most valid icks. As soon as I read it, I was like, ooh, that's perfect. This one, if you're in school, this one's the most valid ick you're going to get. When the top of the bus is packed and he has to go back downstairs.
James Duncan. You don't know how many times that's happened to me in secondary school.
Bro!
It's so embarrassing.
It is embarrassing.
It's even more embarrassing when you get on an equally packed bus with loads of people waiting at the bus stop. And you think, fuck it, you're one of the first people on the bus. Fuck it, I'm going to go upstairs. No space upstairs, but you have to turn back round and there's about 17 men behind you. Everybody comes behind you trying to get upstairs. You're like, fuck. Fuck. He's like, there's no space. And everyone can see your head there saying, oh, there's no space, there's no space, there's no space, there's no space, there's no space. And you just have to be that cunt looking down, telling everyone there's no space. You have to wait for 17 men to move before you go back downstairs.
So embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing, bro. When you get up that spiral stair and you just look over the bar and you can see there's no spaces. And then you look down, you're like, oh my God, my life's over. My life's over. And there's always a painting waiting down there as well. My life's over.
You've been preening at the bus stop, you've been exchanging eyes.
Fam? She sat downstairs like a proper citizen. And you come back down the stairs and there's no seats down there either. And you just there like,
standing there.
sitting on the disabled step. Like a yacht. Never. That is bringing up painful memories.
It is.
I'm glad luckily I didn't have to take the bus to school. So it was rare that I ever had to go through that. But when I did, agony.
I can imagine.
Agony.
It was tough, man. It was shit.
Bro.
So shit.
Agony. Do you know what's another ick? Specific to the bus. It's exactly the same as when you're in the cinema.
Okay.
When you're on the bus on a sunny July and you pull open the window and next man tells you to close it.
Fam!
When you're 15,
Fam!
feeling hot,
Fam!
you kiss your teeth, pull open the window, and Big Donny says, "Oh, close the window, man."
Fam?
And you don't even know who said it. You just heard decibels. And fam, you don't know what to do.
I hear you, but that's not even the worst one.
Oh, go on, tell me.
The worst one is because when you open the window on the top deck, especially if you open the window when you're in the back seat, obviously the breeze is hitting you at the back. Let's say I'm on the back of the bus, top deck.
Yeah.
And I've opened the window in front of me,
Yeah.
so the breeze can hit me.
Yeah.
It's 10 times worse when I've opened the window, I'm relaxed, and the brother in the seat there slams it. Fucking slams it. What do you do, brother? Because Johnny doesn't even look back.
Fam?
He slams it and faces forward. You're just there like, you just have to accept it.
Fam?
That's happened to me more than once.
I want to rear naked choke him. I want to fucking choke him. Because that's a confrontation you want. Did you not just see me open the window?
Man just doesn't even look back, doesn't look, just
Bang.
bang.
That's confidence. That's confidence.
Fam? I was 14, I didn't have that back then. I couldn't open it again. I didn't want that confrontation.
Of course, because as soon as you open it again, fam, fight.
As soon as I've opened it again, my heart would quake, James.
Turn the camera off. I can't breathe.
You'd see me sink into the bottom of my chair.
Breathe. I'm going to throw up.
Fam? The look back would make me quake. A young 14, 15-year-old Fuhad? I'm not on it. I'm not on it like that. The man drew for the second window open.
No.
He didn't even he looked back at
Fam?
me. Oh, I'd shudder.
Fam?
I'd press the bell so I can get off before my stop.
My school honeyboo could never, ever see next man close my window. I couldn't.
Especially if you're sitting next to her.
Fam?
You man are chin wagging, feet up. Chin
Trying
wagging.
to be cool. Yanked it open. She says, babes, I'm hot.
Say less.
I got you. Say less. Yanked it open. Slam.
You just look at babe. Babe looks like you.
Fam? You pull it open one more time. Slam. Looks back. Shaking.
He's looking at me. She's looking at me. I don't know what to look, fam. I wouldn't know where to look. Man's just there. He doesn't even turn around. He just looks like that.
Shoulder thing there.
It looks like that.
There's nothing you can do.
It's not. I fucking dare you to do it again. That's the look he's giving me. I fucking dare you to do it again. You small little prick.
Oh, no, fam. There's nothing worse than experiencing testosterone in your body, but realize you're still a boy. Yeah. You're still a boy. Yeah. Fam, I remember when I was in year 7.
Yeah.
Your boy's getting into his skin a little bit.
Yeah.
It was a snow day.
Yeah.
A fucking snow day.
Yeah.
I thought I was bad.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just thought I was bad.
Yeah.
I was rolling around with my boy Kevin on the way home. We're walking home from school. Snow day, and there's like a cyclist. He must have been in his 50s, cycling up the street. And my boy said, let's snowball him. I was like, gang, that sounds funny. Fam? He was cycling up the road, minding his own business. My boy goes, oi, mate, lobbed a snowball. I lobbed a snowball. He said, yeah? Fam, got off his bike and fucking chased us. We're running. And we split up.
Yeah.
He decides to go for my boy. So I stop.
Yeah.
And I'm like, run, bro. And my boy dips. Couldn't catch him. So he turns around and sees me waiting there. I'm like 11, fam. He walks up the road and he just gets bigger and bigger as he closer he gets. And he goes, yeah? Do you think that's fucking funny? Fam, I was stuttering. Man said, pop me in my head, drop me to the floor. I bounced on my ass. He bust me in my head and I bounced my ass on the floor. No girl from my year could have seen that, bro.
I'm surprised he didn't run.
From him?
Yeah. When he turned round and he said you saw him, blah, blah.
Because there was nowhere to run but up the road. And it's snowing, fam. I would have slipped.
Okay.
So we were on a residential street. Okay. There's no side alleys. There's nothing.
Okay.
So you either go down the road, because it's like a steep hill.
Okay.
You either go down where Kevin went, where my boy chased him. But because he'd carried on chasing him, I wasn't thinking. I just stopped running because I knew he weren't chasing me anymore. Not thinking he's going to turn around and come back and I'm going to be stuck here. So it was either wait for him to tump me up or try turn around and slip on the ice because I 100% would have.
Yeah. The panic would have consumed you.
Fam, I froze.
You would have ran up like that. You would have ran up like that, yeah.
Fam, he came up, popped me on my forehead, put me on my ass and biked off.
Man, so the closer he got, the bigger. I can imagine it. I can imagine it.
Popped me square on my forehead. I was so close to tears. And I made me realize I'm a child.
Yeah.
That's a man. Yeah. There was nothing I could do. As soon as we were face to face, I realized there's nothing I can do. That was mortality in its essence. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
He can do what he wants to me here. There's nothing I can do. He fucking tumped me up and walked off.
Man said he bounced twice.
I bounced twice on my ass and just looked up, still shaking. Forehead swelling.
Backpack on still.
Fam, backpack on. School trousers murked, soaked through. So embarrassing. There's no way a female from my school could have drove past or walked past there.
I hadn't seen that. Never.
I would have broken down. I would have broken down. Right. Next one. When there's no cars around, but he still waits for the green walk sign.
Oh,
Fam,
Baba.
that's not fair. That's not fair.
There's one I did see. It could be on your list as well. So, what was it? When he... I think maybe a guy wrote it for a girl. When he tries to... No, a guy wrote it from a girl for a girl. When she leaves the car and tries to slam her door, but it doesn't slam, so he has to then reach out, open it and close it.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. I read that somewhere.
Yeah,
and that just reminded me because he said this car thing now.
Yes, bruv. So annoying. This one's a massive fucking ick. Sweeted me. When he drinks a glass of water and you can see his open mouth through the bottom of the glass. just go. I've seen that so many times, Fuhad. I've seen that so many times. It's fucking disgusting because you can see the ripple of the wave as the water goes down and comes back up down their fucking gullet. It's so disgusting, male or female. Yeah. Ick.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, okay. Fam, when he holds his nose before going underwater.
I've seen that! You absolute pussy.
Fam, you're a pussy.
I've seen that.
If you can't exhale when you go in there, I think that's probably me. If I'm, to this day, if I'm pencil diving or I'm bumming, your boy's nostrils are clasped.
Yeah.
Clasped.
Yeah.
Have to. I don't know. It just, but I know it's a nick.
Yeah.
I know there's so much a man can do in a pool that turns women off.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The shorts thing?
Fam, the inflated shorts, humiliating. Holding your nose, humiliating. The swimming towards you, humiliating.
Bag of splashing.
Fam, when you come up and you just got snot, humiliating.
Quick.
Fam, when you wipe and he's got that one there, humiliating. It's all fucking humiliating. Fam, bloodshot, chlorine eyes, humiliating.
There's a lot that can go wrong for a man in a pool.
Yeah, a man who has a sexual appetite doesn't belong in a swimming pool. A man with any sense of sexual appetite does not belong in a swimming pool. That's a fact. Disgraceful, bruv.
That's hilarious.
Backstroke, ick. Breaststroke?
Breaststroke?
Ick.
That's what I was thinking. So you said backstroke, I'm thinking Najee, breaststroke. Ick.
Fam, if you've got frog legs in the breaststroke, ick. Ick. Unless you're a professional, what are you doing? Don't breaststroke.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, bro.
That
Real
is
man
hilarious.
doesn't belong in the pool.
Oh my God.
It's painful, but it's true.
Oh, we've laughed today.
We have
We've laughed today.
We have. Fucking hell.
The Photoshop BBL greeting, the Bible thing, that I've never laughed so hard. Every time I read it, I laugh exactly the same.
Fam, that's too joke. Twitter is actually
It's the funniest
belly of the
place.
beast.
It's the funniest medium, bro. I don't get it. People,
That's
like you said, the people
The
just speak their
general
mind.
public, fam, the way they see the world is the funniest shit. Man said that's the type of greed that he talk about in the Bible. It's not fair.
Come up with stuff
It's
like
not
that.
fair how funny that is. Jesus Christ. But
Broke
yeah,
me. That broke me.
guys. So we said this before. You have to own your icks.
Yeah, man.
If we call your name, just stand up.
Yeah, just raise your hand, one of the two.
Some of them are getting so petty that we can't even bear it anymore. I know I don't want to dishearten the guys, but you man keep sending in icks that one I've heard a million times before, and two just aren't
They're not
that
punchy.
funny.
They're not hitting.
They're too. That's the thing. The reason the girls' ones are so funny is because they're so pathetic. The guys' ones are actually valid a lot of the time.
But they're not, just not punchy. They're just not what we're looking for anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
We're looking for like the nuanced ones.
Yeah.
The ones that think that's so relevant, but who thinks of that?
Exactly.
That's what we're looking for. And guys, you're letting the squad down.
You are.
Yeah, you really, really are. But it is what it is. Maybe this just isn't our forte. Maybe it's just not our forte.
Maybe not.
But hey ho, what can we do, bro?
Yeah, man.
What can we do? Guys, this has been a great Monday.
It has.
I'm going to love you and leave you.
Yeah, man.
We'll catch you on the next one. Make sure you subscribe, flick that notification bell, chirps a ting in the comments, come on over to patreon.com/shitsandgigs. Let's have a good time on Thursday. And yeah, man, love.
Gang.